Hi kids! I hope you've been enjoying reading the book of Daniel together in Kids Church. There have been some amazing stories, haven't there? We've heard about King Nebuchadnezzar and the dreams he had, about fiery furnaces, and even last week, Daniel in the lion's den. And all throughout the book of Daniel, we've been reminded that there is one God, one true King who rules over everything. He alone is the God who saves. And now as we read Daniel, we read about some really bit weird dreams that God gives Daniel. Let's hear about the first one.
In the first year that Belshazzar was the king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream. In the dream, Daniel saw a big windstorm on the sea. 4 big creatures came up from the sea, each different from the others. Daniel had never seen animals like these before. The first creature was like a lion, but it had wings like an eagle. The second creature was like a bear. It had 3 ribs in its mouth. The third creature was like a leopard, but it had 4 wings on its back and 4 heads. The fourth creature was strong and scary. It had large teeth made of iron and destroyed everything in its path. This fourth creature had 10 horns. Then Daniel saw a place in heaven with thrones. God sat down on a throne to judge the creatures. His hair and clothing were white like snow, and his throne was like fire. God took away the creatures' power. God allowed the first 3 creatures to live for a little while, but the creature with horns was killed. Suddenly, the Son of Man came. God gave him power to rule over everything. He was the king, and people of every nation and language served him. His kingdom would last forever. It would never be destroyed. Daniel was frightened by his dream. But God gave Daniel the ability to understand what the dreams meant. The 4 creatures were 4 kings who ruled on earth. Their rule would not last forever. God would give his people the kingdom forever and ever. Daniel did not tell anyone about this dream, but he wrote down everything he saw. Jesus is king over all things. God allows people to rule for a short time, but one day, Jesus will return and set up his perfect kingdom. Everyone who trusts in Jesus will be welcomed into his kingdom, and his kingdom will last forever.
Wow, that was a really strange dream, wasn't it? But it reminds us that lots of kings, lots of kingdoms will come and go, but there is only one king and one kingdom will last forever. That kingdom belongs to the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Well, you might remember in the Bible, when Jesus came, he called himself the Son of Man. And he said, God's kingdom is here. And he showed everyone by his words and by his power that he is God's king who will rule forever. And Jesus will come again and he is going to judge the world. Jesus is the Son of Man that Daniel talks about. He is God's forever king and his kingdom is here. Are you following Jesus, the forever king?